Hey, good evening, tubers. It's a little after 8 p.m. on a Thursday evening, um, May 28th. Tomorrow, I may make a video, but in case I don't, tomorrow will be the 6th anniversary of the last day I went to work. So, anyways, I had a pretty good day today. I got up early. I slept okay. Um, I did listen to my radio show, and it was kind of interesting, but not worth talking about. Anyways, I just wanted to go over some things. Quickly, I'd like to mention Wilma Walker is a new friend of mine, and she lives in Granbury, Texas, which is a suburb of, I think, Dallas, something like that. I don't know. I should have checked. But anyways, apparently, she has a dog, and it had to go in for emergency surgery. And so she has a vet bill. And so I posted an appeal on my Facebook timeline. And if you got a few extra bucks and you'd like to donate toward paying off her vet bill, that would be great. Okay, I think you make a transaction through PayPal, and I think there's a couple dollars fee, but I think whatever you give goes, to her fund. They have all these different GoFundMe or something like that. I don't know. It's just so. Anyways, I just put in a plug in for Wilma. You know, she's a disabled um, middle-aged person, and so she really needs some help. So, anyways, I did what I could. So hopefully, all right. Well, enough said there. Okay. Anyway, so really haven't been making too many videos lately, and I got a request from Melissa. She was asking about how I make scrambled eggs, so I think I'll make a video in the next few days. But basically, I spray a little frying pan. I don't have any non-stick cookware, so when I put some oil in the pan, okay, or butter, uh, I basically heat the pan, and when the butter or oil looks like it's hot enough, then I scramble 2 or 3 eggs and pour it in, and then I put the lid on, and I don't even flip it, okay, because the moisture in the eggs, when it heats up, it creates steam under the lid, and the steam kind of cooks the top, so you don't even have to flip the egg, okay. And what you do is when the pan is hot initially, that's when you pour the mixture in it. Then you turn the knob way down to like medium low. So it reduces the heat. That way, the egg in contact with the steel and the oil does not get too hot and stick to the pan. Okay. So if you do it right, when the egg is done, you just take the lid off and steam comes up, and the top is it isn't runny on top, and then and it's like an omelet, but there's nothing in it. It's just egg, and it just kind of like falls out of the pan into your plate. I mean, sometimes you don't even need a spatula. You just need to tip the pan, and it just whoop slides right out. Nothing stuck to the pan. Okay, so anyways, but I'll have to make a video about that. So as far as, I went food shopping today, and Fran-Sez, I wanted to go to lunch, but I'm kind of short on a few bucks. Not going to get into that, but I bought, and I haven't had any burgers in a long time, so I bought some 90/10, 10% fat Angus ground beef patties. So I had two burgers today. That was what I had to eat, and they were delicious. And what I did was I bought one of those Italian breadsticks, and I just cut, I cut it, and then, I basically cut a wide enough portion so I could put the hamburger patty in there. Then I just poured salsa on the burger patty, and the burgers I like my burgers medium, not so sort of like pink in the middle, and so I basically cook at a certain fire and flip the burger about at the halfway point, and then I reduce the heat because the pan is really hot, and then I turn the heat down and then just let it set for another couple minutes so the other side of the patty gets done. And oh, it was so good. I mean, I haven't had any beef burgers in a long time because I usually don't eat that stuff. If I eat beef, I eat the beef heart and I boil it. But oh, it was so good to have a burger, and no cheese, nothing. Just a burger patty with some medium salsa on it. Oh my God, on Italian bread. Ooh, it was delicious. So that's what I had for lunch, and I made a pot of coffee, but I put an ice cube in here, so I pour the coffee in. I'll make my own iced coffee. This is black, no sugar. Okay. Enough with the bullshit, okay? So, I just want to report that, there's nothing going on between Fran-Sez and a certain gentleman that kind of indicated his interest in me starting last month. Well, that's pretty much over. And so, still don't know totally if he's legit, but it looks like, I don't know, I'm not going to go into everything, but it looks like he just kind of disappeared off the Google Plus map. Can't find his Google Plus page, and so I don't know if he deleted it or what, but so that, and today's what, Thursday? Oh, Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday morning. Yeah, I think I called my son, and I wanted to, he was posting some things on his Facebook page, so I started communicating with him. Oh, yeah, that's it. And then we chatted in a Facebook private message chat window for about an hour. We just typed. He can type so fast without looking at the keyboard. So when I type, I have to look at the keyboard, and I can type pretty fast. With this kind of shot. But I have to look at the keyboard. So, I mean, as you're going down the chat thing, he's typing stuff too. So I have to kind of stop, and I have to back up and see what he typed, because I can't just look at the screen and type what I want, you know what I mean, without looking at the keyboard. So that's why kids are so smart, I mean, I never took a typing class, but anyways, we had a good chat, and it was like the best chat we've had in years, so very encouraged. He has a lot of stress with his job and his marriage, and he's got 2 sons, and all kinds of responsibility. And I know what it's like. I've been there, done that, like 20 20 years ago. Where he's at, I was at 20 years ago. So, but anyways, so, you know, we haven't really communicated much anyway in years. So it's just like, you know, I feel like I'm just left out of everything, you know. But such is not the case. Okay, so anyways, he's got his own personal issues that he's dealing with, and so I'm very encouraged because it seems like even both he made some comments about his older brother that seems like they, I mean, they don't totally understand me or transgender, but at least they accept it, and I know they love me because I single parented and took care of them for over 15 years by myself, with God's help, of course. But anyways, I feel a lot better now after that chat, so I just wanted to share that. And so I have a good friend in Australia, Bree Brown, and I think I started HRT before she did, and because I started taking the advanced or elevated doses of spironolactone in April of 2014. Yeah, so it's almost the end of May. So basically, I've been another week or so. It'll be like 14 months for me on spironolactone. I think initially I went up to 50 milligrams a day, and then after the doctor saw my blood work, see, I was on 25 for many, many years because I was had my heart failure, and spironolactone is a diuretic. It's giving, I'm taking that plus another medication to prevent my body from retaining fluid. So as soon as they took the baseline data in April, boop, I bumped up my, because I know they're going to increase it, so I bumped it up to 50 in April. And then after I went to see him, he says, oh, we'll go to 100. So I went from, you know, basically I went from 25 to 100, but I did start on 50 because I knew he was going to give me at least 50 anyway, right? And you start out with a low dose. So anyways, so yeah, Fran-Sez self-medicated for a month, but you know what? Going up from 25 to 50, I mean, you don't have to be a doctor to do that. So, anyways, but they wouldn't give me estrogen because I have you know, issues with my health, and you know, they were afraid I was going to get a blood clot and all this other stuff. And because I'm on Medicare, I have like a fixed income, and they didn't think I could afford the real expensive stuff. So the doctor didn't want to take a risk. So he just said that I was going to be a spironolactone transitioner without any estrogen. And I talked to him. I read books from other doctors saying that, like, you know, if you take vitamin E and omega-3 fish oil so much a day, that eliminates any risks of having thrombosis. Well, my first endocrinologist laughed and says, oh, that's not true. So since I've been following this other doctor's advice for 3 years, lost weight and my health improved, I had to weigh this joker versus this other guy. And I just said, well, so I looked, I found another doctor at Jacksonville Beach that is basically a natural medicine, homeopathic type doctor. And I went and talked to him. And like within 10 minutes after me talking to him, I went there with a letter from my gender therapist and all that stuff. He gave me a free sample prescription. He started me right away on estrogen gel. He says, "Oh, it's bioidentical." He says, "There's hardly any risk for blood clots, and you just put it on your arms, and it doesn't go through your liver." So it was like, okay, and it was affordable too for my financial situation. So, anyways, so things are going really good. Damn, up to 15 minutes already. So I wanted to say, now we're going to get to what I really want to talk about, okay? I have noticed, I have a lot of neck pain, okay? In the last few months, it just seems like my neck, the vertebrae back here, it just aches all the time, especially if I have my pocketbook strap here. But I've noticed that, like, my shoulders are tapering in, okay? So, like, my my measurements up here have not changed. They're the same. However, I got more up front now, and the inches that used to go around my upper back and shoulder area has narrowed. So obviously, I'm not going to lift my thing up. So, I got a bra on, but see. So, a little quick profile. This ain't any different from a bathing suit, but see, I got them, okay? No padding. It's like, and so I'm really happy with my progress. And, like I've been on that low dose spironolactone, 25 milligrams, for like 7 years. So a lot of this has grown over the 7 years, okay? So, and so, so all you girls out there, I haven't just been on this stuff because of my medical condition since I was a boy. I have this hypogonadal condition where my testes never worked right, or maybe they did for a while, but so I'm kind of a special case. The spironolactone, even a 25 milligram dose, affected me, and the doctors didn't realize it. And I didn't realize it either. I mean, I was a big person. 6 years ago, tomorrow, I was put in the hospital at 500 pounds. I mean, I was huge, right? Well, now I'm under 300, so I've lost over 200 pounds. And I'm so much healthier. Okay, but thing is, you have to take care of yourself, and that's what I've been doing. Okay, and I went to nutritionists, I went to dietitians, get all this information about what you're supposed to eat, what you're not supposed to eat. And a lot of the information you hear, the food pyramid thing, that's all bullshit. Okay, I mean, you can't believe that stuff. Okay, I've found that if good fats and proteins, that should be the bottom of the pyramid, and sugar and simple carbohydrates, sugars, stuff like that, that should be the top of the pyramid. Eat very little of that, okay? And down the bottom should be protein. And then in the middle, near the top of the pyramid, it should be carbs, okay? Because you want your body to burn the fat that's on your body, okay? I mean, yeah, hey, you know what? If you're your ideal weight, you can eat more carbs because your body's going to need carbs, okay? But if you're like 100 pounds or more above your ideal weight, you got to cut back on the carbs because your body has to burn your body fat to lose weight. I mean, there's no one way around it, okay? And the only way you're going to burn body fat is if you eat less calories than what your activity level is every day. So you have to exercise, walk. You just can't sit on your ass or lay in bed all day. and think you're going to lose any weight, because it's not going to happen. Okay, so the only 6 times I've been successful losing weight is when I fasted for 18 hours and gone without food, and then just eat light meals and focus on just getting my essential fats and protein. And the days I ate very little carbohydrate, those are the days that I actually burned body fat and lost weight. So, and you know, you just can't do it 24/7. You know, you have to have a cheat day every week. Otherwise, you just don't stay on the diet very long. So it's a long, slow process, you know. But I'm hoping that, like, I'm going to be able to lose at least a pound a week, and you know, get down under 350, 250 by maybe the end of this year. You know, if I can, you know, that'd be about 2 pounds a week, because it's almost June, right? Yeah, so we got 7 months. So that's 6 months, July through December plus June. That's 7 months. So that's 26. That's like 30 weeks. So wow, if I could lose 3 pounds a week, that'd be like half a pound a day. You know, I could be under 200 pounds within a year. No, by the end of this year. Wow. Well, I don't know. That's kind of a very optimistic, ambitious goal. Not to say it can't be done 22 minutes. Well, I better go, okay? Because I think I talked your ear off. That's why I like to make short videos, because, you know, you get rambling, and people get pissed off because they had to watch my video for 22 minutes. Okay, I'm sorry. But anyways, I had to get a few things off my chest, and I hope you understand that. And, you know, I've had some fun watching YouTube videos, and I also spend a lot of time on Facebook talking to friends there. So, anyway, I did get to go food shopping today, and I had a couple of burgers for a change. But that's all I had was burgers and salsa and Italian bread. I didn't eat any French fries, none of that stuff. And so I feel like I did really good on my diet today, even though I cheated and had a couple of burgers. Okay, that's enough. 23 minutes. Have a great weekend.